Hey
everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the Titan Final Table Thursday Night Poker CCG Poker TV. Trying to throw in as many catchphrases as I can. We just watched Nancy on a bluff catcher type call. No, I didn't use that one right either.
Bluff. Yeah, that works.
Kind of.
Well, she looked him up with ace high, and he got value out of the pair of threes.
If we just noticed, we did have a shift change. Nancy's down to like middle of the pack now.
Yeah,
and that was a big pot. So Frank moves up. Sometimes we call him Frank. Sometimes we call him Fred. His real name's Frank, though. I think
it's definitely Fred.
Because the TV says, oh no, Frank's the other guy. Good God, sorry Fred. We'll get there.
I said he looks like a Frank, but anyways.
Back to the action.
Super thin value bet or a bluff. We're not really sure, but either way,
it worked out.
One of the huge pots.
Worked out for
and
Fred.
And he's the chip leader.
I think Marc is still at. Well, we'll find it right here. Marc's our chip leader at 760. He was in second behind Nancy. Nancy drops all the way down to the middle of the pack. Yeah, she's down a little bit for the table. Fred's way up. Ben way up. It's kind of cool. I don't.
There it is. There it is.
Firing through statistics.
All right, here we go.
55.
Here we go. Couple mucks. Oof.
Ben, he just raised with ace-6. He doesn't like the ace-deucey, though. Marc, queen 10. Feel like, oh, just a limp.
They play a lot of limp pots together. It's great.
Yeah. I think it's interesting.
They're generally nice to each other, and generally, here we go.
They're nice to each other until Chris jams an all bet.
Yeah, it's true.
Marc bet that one out. Chris calls.
Called quickly with a flush draw, and Bink hits a flush. Marc has the queen of spades.
Yeah, so with an open ender
and a pair of queens.
And a pair of queens and a queen high, which is the second nuts because the king's out there.
Oh, yeah. And this is blind versus blind.
Yeah, we got to check. Ugh. Marc whiffs in the river. Chris's baby flush is way good.
And he bets really small here, right?
60K
into 220.
Yeah, it looks like Marc checked the river. Chris bet 60K into him, which is the minimum bet that he can make. I kind of like this bet.
He's really trying to get called by a queen.
That's what
he's really trying to get called by a queen or a jack. I mean, a king probably automatically calls, but this is the exact type of hand he wants to get value from.
Yep. Yeah, really, queen's the only one he can put him on. Maybe a king, maybe a bad king. King.
Wow, he makes a disciplined laydown in mucks.
That's good.
10. I probably should have paid it off.
I would have paid it off too.
And what he got? Oh.
But it's like 10% of his chip stack, though. Like, you and I are like, it's the minimum bet. But when you think about it, the minimum bet's 10% of his stack.
Yeah, here we go. Fred, chip leader, like I thought.
All right, Fred's our new chip leader, followed by Ben, Marc. Nancy's still hovering in the middle, even after losing that big pot. What's our favorite Maria Ho line?
You build chips in the tournament so you can lose a big pot and still have chips.
Still have chips left, which is exactly what Nancy's done. She built a big chip stack, lost a big pot, and she's still in the tournament.
In the middle of the pack, too.
Nancy with ace-3 suited. I feel like we're going to see a raise from her under the gun. Nancy's not the type to limp. Getting some cranberries out there. Raise to 80.
What are the blinds?
30-60. That can't be right. Maybe they're 20-40.
Maybe they're 15-30.
Oh, it's 15-30.
Yeah,
because they've been opening to 60.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 60K bet from before was pretty good.
All right, here we go. All in and a call.
I think that was a frustrated call from Nancy. I think she was thinking Frank was just pushing her around, that she was the big blind and opened. She got what she wanted. 60-40 is great for Nancy. 4-4-7.
Oof.
Queen on the turn gives Frank all of the chips. Okay.
Frank finds a double.
Nancy again. You build a chip stack so that you can lose a big pot and still be in the tournament. It's a $500,000 pot that puts her back in the chip lead.
I do the same thing that Frank's doing right now. I just snap text. Got the double.
I'm still in.
Double
in. Double up, Queen J.
Yeah. Queen Jack greater than ace 3. Exclamation point, exclamation point.
Who are your top 3 people that you're texting during a WSOP tournament?
We usually just have like a little group chat with everybody that's playing.
It's good.
Like Eric, Jordan, or like when it was me, you, and Manoli. Like we just, whoever you're kind of in there with is
pulling for.
Yeah.
Want to see good things from. You were the chip leader in that big stack tournament and then punted it all off.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yep. I like max late reg the monster stack and have the
Speaking
chip
of WSOP, did you see that I saw it on Poker News, and I think it's true. I don't think it's fake news, but I couldn't find the article anywhere, so maybe it is fake news. They were doing some kind of like cash game promo during the circuit events for a ring. meaning you had to qualify to play in this like featured table by playing cash games. Did you see any of this?
No.
I'll try to find out
wild.
more information, but it was really cool. That was like a ring for cash game players to kind of a way for them to do it, but it was like they still like qualify for this leaderboard by whatever metric. Ooh.
Frank made it 80. Nancy rips it.
Yeah, I mean
300 with ace king. I mean
she's
that's
only
pretty
got
standard.
she's down to 300, which is might be the bottom stack.
Yeah, it was 7 bigs, 10 bigs, I guess.
And yeah, Nancy's in our bottom. She's gone from top to bottom. 9 big blinds left, so she's
it's
in
gotta
that
be
panic
20-40,
mode. But
blinds
anyways,
have to be
this
20-40.
Poker News was talking about doing like you qualify by playing cash games to play in a final table, basically a sit and go of cash game players
Right.
for a ring.
That's kind of
interesting.
Cool.
But it's always the balance, right? Like tournament players and cash game players really don't mix.
They don't.
I feel like they should do like whoever could win the most at a cash game or something like
right, because now you're just taking a bunch of cash game players and putting them in a
in a
tournament.
sit and go that they don't really care about. I don't know, it's weird.
Nancy
Ace
rips
Jack,
it.
ooh, 2 big
Takes
hands
it
in a
down.
row.
Which is what I just doubled to before I gave you.
I love when you get like a string of cards like that where you get monster hands and you just jam, and everybody thinks you're just jamming to jam.
Yep.
And as it
the third
turns
time
out,
they actually have something.
yeah, like she's gonna have queens or something the next
right, and
hand.
they get called by whatever.
Ace 6, and then
Right,
an
how
ace
can you have
spikes,
something?
and yeah. All right, Mark's under the gun now.
Wow, you guys
I wonder if he went to
so
Florida.
the blinds are 20-40, so
Yeah.
we figured that out 7 hands into this broadcast.
Figured it out.
We got the blinds right.
Ace Queen from Mark under the gun. What do you like for a bet here?
90.
150.
Okay.
150 is a little high. That's a screaming. That's a get out of my pot.
Get out of my pot. I'll take down the blinds and aces, or well, blinds. And,
Yep. Which it's
and
twofold.
we do know that Fred does not like to.
That's true. Fred
then he
does
can
not
probably-
play.
Yeah.
If Fred's gonna play a pot, he's ripping it all in. 650. You know, blinds are 20-40, and that's just what he does. I kind of like Ace Queen there because I feel like the coin flips, the middle pocket pairs, the weak aces, you're kind of getting rid of them, and you don't risk the fact of them out flopping you and then losing a big pot. Because if Frank's got 6s and he calls a small raise there and the flop comes Ace Queen 6, like Mark's going broke.
Yep,
I get it, that's tournament poker, but I understand the 150 raise. I personally don't do that. I'm willing to risk and
Yeah,
lose
it's one
it.
of those things where you're happy taking a small pot over and over again, or it's like, all right, well, I want somebody to get in there with ace 3 offsuit.
Right.
I want to be 70% and flop an
Correct.
ace and then double up.
I feel like I'm in that, and then I bitch every time when I lose. But
Yes.
I feel like I put myself in that position.
So Ben is going to make it 100K here, and this is almost this exact situation. He made it 100K, so now he's going to get called here by ace 10.
It's possible, but it is Mark. He's been very conservative with his calls. More aggressive with raising, less aggressive
So
when
he might be
he's
3-betting
behind.
here.
Oh, wow.
I mean, this is a button raise from Ben.
I did not see the 3-bet coming. That's dope. That's called switching gears.
And now he's going to get shoved on. But
It's possible, but then
You
again,
keep
Mark
saying it's
has
possible.
hold on, but Mark has not 3-bet
but this
once
is ace
yet.
queen.
I
And
guess
it's on
we'll
the button.
find out. Guess we'll find out
And
here in a
it's Ben.
second.
Well, you know what happens. I don't.
I don't remember. This is 2 weeks ago. Dun 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 dun. Everybody's looking at Ben. He just calls.
No, he won't.
Oh no, he's all in. Not the hand Mark wanted, or is it? I mean, you bet ace 10 from that position to 3-bet to get him to fold. I don't think he's calling here, right? I mean, you raise to get out a weaker ace. If he goes over the top of you, you just gotta wait for a better spot.
No, it's tough. Ace 10's like kind of on the fence. I mean,
As it turns out, he's 75-25. He really doesn't want to call here.
I mean, ace jack is probably like a call, and ace 9 is probably like an auto fold. This is
Ace
like,
10's right on the
It
fence.
is, it's right on the fence.
Literally on the fence.
because it's a good hand, and like
You would not.
I think he's raising because he thinks it's the best hand, and then
Right.
he gets jammed, and it's like, oh wait, is it really?
Right. You wouldn't ridicule him for folding. You wouldn't ridicule him for
Putting it in,
putting it
especially
in.
after he put in what 275.
Yeah, he's got 435 left, so it's about a third of his stack.
Yeah. I mean, now this looks super strong from Mark's perspective of Ben, right? I mean, Ben raised, and then Mark 3-bet, and so Ben knows that Mark doesn't raise very light. So now Ben's shoving. It looks pretty strong.
Right.
Like from Mark's eyes, it looks like Ben has an actual hand.
Aces, kings.
Because why would he shove on me when I barely put any chips in the pot ever?
It's hard for
gotta
him.
be strong.
It's hard for him to put him on like. Really, what do you want him to? What do you want to see when he's got ace 10? Nines.
Probably want to call if I'm taking this one.
He ain't 4-betting with nines all in. right?
Yep.
What are they saying? He's giggling.
I mean, Ben knows he's good now.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what he said. He said, "Do you want me to call?" And Ben goes, "If you're taking this long, yeah." I mean, what a snap, awesome comment. Like, at this point, I want you to call. And risk the 75-25 for Ben, where Mark's drawn to a 10. You think if it was ace-10 suited, we'd see a call out of him? I'm almost 100% he's not calling at this point.
No, he's not calling.
No. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I understand. He's
It's
just,
the right fold.
it's the right fold.
Well, it's gonna be
we
the
know
right
it's
fold.
the right fold, but also the way the way it played out. Ben's not 4-betting here with 9s, and that's your best hope. And your best hope is pretty minuscule, and at that point, you're 50-50.
It's only 50-50, yeah.
Right. Like, you're not. He's not. It's not happening. It's all right. Let it go. Let it go, Mark. Chuck them in. Chuck them in.
Sometimes you just can tell better cards than you.
Ooh. That's our first bet, 3-bet, 4-bet all in.
Fold.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
And Mark makes the right fold. Fred's still over $1 million. Ben now close to the $1 million mark and close to our chip leader. Mark and Nancy, who were our 1 and 2 chip stacks about 15 minutes ago, are now the bottom 2 chip stacks.
Yep.
But again, build a chip stack so you can lose big pots.
And everybody's so
still be
close, one double up really changes everything. So
That's that, man.
even though it says 10 big blinds, 10 big blinds, 11 big blinds, 13 big blinds, they're not as in trouble as they normally would be
close, man.
because everybody's shallow, not just the bottom.
Ace 10, the hot hand of this Thursday night poker.
Suited this time. I'll tell you what, if Nancy gets 3-bet on, she's 4-bet shoving and happy about it.
Ben's out. Fred's out. Mark's out. Ooh, Chris with 3s. Gonna call.
I was trying to send fold vibes.
So like this is the exact situation where like if Nancy made it 150, if Nancy made it 150, 3s would just fold.
I checked.
But because she only doubled it,
He's gonna try to
he's
set
gonna
mine.
he's gonna play.
He got close. He had a 4.
What's up?
It's close. I
got-
hate when I have 3s and a 4 comes out. 5s, 6 comes out. 7, 8s come out.
It just seems so
The
close.
6 never pisses me off. It's the one above it.
Yeah, great. flop
Check,
for Nancy.
bet. I mean, it is a great flop for Nancy.
Yeah,
Gut shot, nut flush draw.
it's kind of unlucky. She's only 65% there.
Seems like she should be higher.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Nancy moves up to 3rd in chips now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, everybody's so close.
Even if first place doubles up last place is almost chip leader, and first place is almost last. So like literally.
All right.
So they still got plenty of play.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of play.
And there's 20, 40, and there's 30 minutes left in this level. And no antes. It's not as a pressure type of moment as you would think.
You can
with
play
10 big
tighter than you
blinds.
think you can.
Correct. I think you just get that feel from the table. Ben playing a
Oh,
suited
boy.
king queen versus Fred's ace queen. It's Freddie though. Freddie's going to make a big bet here.
No, I think it's a 2 chip leader, so he's a little
Ooh.
playing a little cautiously.
I like it. 4 deuce gone.
You don't really want to
Ah,
stick him
blah, 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 blah. Ace
Wow.
king all in. That's so nice to see.
Wow.
Now Ben's in a precarious
Precarious?
situation
spell it, right?
because he's got Fred behind him who called his original raise. I don't think Ben can do anything here but fold.
Yeah, it sucks.
He just kind of got stuck in the middle. Yeah, he gives it up.
So this is why you make it 100,000, not 150, because then you can.
Fred with ace
Fold.
queen.
I think Fred's gonna have to call.
Don't think he can fold.
No, he's so under repped. Like this is almost the top of his range
Right.
after he flats. I mean, Chris is shoving ace jack. Chris is shoving any pair under jacks. I mean, there's so many hands Chris is shoving here, especially after it went 100 call. Yeah, I mean, this is just a call. Sucks. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, Fred.
And Ben folded a queen.
And then you get a peanut gallery cheering Fred on.
This
When
would be-
really,
yeah.
really you're thinking, no, don't do it, Fred. You're in so much trouble. Ace king versus ace queen.
This is where
Tournament
Ben's
nightmare.
like, man, how do I just have king
Tournament
queen?
nightmare. 6, 7, 8.
Club.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Choppy, choppy.
Oh, almost gets there. Gives him way more outs at the
Clubs
end.
for Ben. Backdoor clubs.
Oh no! Backdoor club, so gross. Oh lordy.
All right, there's a nice double for Chris.
Big double
And
up
again,
for Chris.
Fred built it up to chip leader, and now he's just chilling in 3rd.
Yep. That's what happens.
Everybody just
We
quote
have
unquote
it.
needs a double.
We see
Everybody
another
needs a
new
double.
chip leader now is Chris at 1 million in chips. Ben still hovering at 900,000. Everybody else right at that 500,000.
Easy Muck the 9-3. We're not playing baseball.
I love baseball.
So fun. Remember that church?
Sox are playing
remember
well.
that church basement that we played?
For all day long.
Yeah.
It was
and
nuts.
there was big swings. All right, Fred picks up the ace jack and is limping, playing a little conservative. Frank's gonna come along here, only 20 more thousand, 100,000 in the pot. Ooh, maybe not. It's a pretty bad hand to
Ooh.
play. It's a bad hand to play out of position. How do you win with Jack 5? It's just hard.
You don't.
You don't. So you just save the 20,000. Oh, okay, well here we
Binks
no.
a 5, but
No,
Nancy hits a 6.
and a club draw for Nancy. Fred's gonna check, see if that ace is a spade or a club.
It's not. It's a spade.
And there's a
Clubs
10
hit.
flush.
Nancy checks. Fred checks.
50,000 from Nancy here on the river. Oh, checks again. Winner.
I think she wasn't 100% sure Fred wasn't.
Playing a little sneaky.
Yeah. Which is good. I think if she bets there, he
Yeah,
folds anyway.
it's tough
so
to
it
get
doesn't
called
matter.
by something worse.
I always hate positions on the river where I feel like I'm only getting called unless if I lose. So why put any money in, right?
Yeah, unless you're getting heroed a small amount of time.
My hero calls never work. My hero calls are always massive failures. I call you, kid. What do you got? Quad aces. Oh, good.
Oh, what's your kicker?
Good, your kicker.
All right, Mark. Queen Jack suited. 10.5 big blinds. This is an awkward situation here. He is going to raise probably just a double, maybe 85. Okay, 110. I can't do math. This is a weird spot now if he gets shoved on, which he doesn't yet.
Because it's a quarter of his stack, and
Yeah,
it's like how
and
much
it's like
are you willing
if
to
you
put
get
in.
shoved on, it's like you're going to be beat probably.
I mean, that worked out perfectly
It did.
for him.
It did. It did.
I mean, that's really what you want to see with Queen Jack.
Yep.
Raise, fold, scoop up some free blinds, and go to the next hand.
Yeah.
And blinds are massive, 120,000.
What?
The blinds, taking down the blinds is 120,000. Oh no, it's 60,000.
Right.
Okay.
You're thinking of big blind 80.
Yeah, you're right.
Big blind 80 would be in a much different position.
Correct. Everybody would be much shallower.
Right.
Here we go.
Frank's all in with the Jack 10. Ooh, Ben.
Close.
It's on I think if he was last to act, he would have called, but being that he's got two guys behind him.
They both muck aces. Boom.
Wow, nice move, Frank.
Again, best situation. When you have Jack 10 or Queen Jack,
Right.
put the chips in, everybody folds. Perfect. All right.
Chris is at our million chip leader. Tree 4.
Frank with the King 7 of hearts in the muck. Nancy in the muck. Coming around. Ben 8 deuce on the button. Not going to exercise his position. Fred with an ace. All in from the small blind. Mark with the famous Queen Jack again.
No!
It's so funny because like King Jack, a King High is just like you call. Queen Jack, I don't know. You're pretty much gambling. Frank's been playing pretty snug though.
As far, yeah, he hasn't shown any like.
He hasn't shown any bad hands. I mean, like even when he was thinking about calling the all in with, it was Ace Queen he was thinking about. Doing a little bit of quick math, it's almost all of your chips. He gets clear.
Yeah.
It's probably close. No, I mean, if I was at Queen Jack, I mean, if you had ace
Chip
10,
count again. Blinds are still 20-40. 22 minutes left. You can see it in the background there.
What's that?
2-2-2-2.
You had ace queen?
Tons
Oh, yeah,
of
then
time left.
I was in deep trouble.
I mean, this was a really pretty solid structure.
Yeah, no,
I think
it's
this one's awesome. For a $50 tournament, it really, really gives you a ton of time.
Absolutely.
And play.
Remember, they've played all the way through a day 1 and now 6-7 hours into a day 2.
Yeah, he started at noon, and yeah, this is like, I think they finished the whole tournament by 7:30. So yeah, this is probably
6:30.
Yeah, somewhere in there, because there's a little bit more time. Looks like we might end up with 3 parts in this Titan final table. Trying to figure out the exact timing, but I think it's good. I think we're gonna get to. We're going to get one more Thursday Night Poker out of this.
Squeeze out the final 4 or final
this second
3
episode would have been an hour and 40 minutes long, and that's just too long.
for them and us.
An hour
who
is
wants to listen
about
to us
the
for an hour
max.
40?
Nobody. Not even my mom will listen to me for an hour and 40 minutes.
Okie dokie.
All right, blinds still 20-40.
They will be for
It's like
another
a whole
21
level.
minutes.
That's nuts. Nancy with ace-3 under the gun. Rightfully folds. King 10 from Ben. Feel like, ooh.
There you go.
He's kind of.
He just took down a couple in a row. I think he didn't want to push.
He's happy with it.
Didn't
Yeah.
want to push his luck.
Chris Limps.
All right, have a little looky.
Frank now. We're going to see the Chris Frank duo. He checks. So small blind, big blind from Chris and Frank. Have not seen this
No.
this combination yet. So
Full
let's see
bell.
who's going to bet.
Well,
Frank outflops him here. Chris gets a little piece of it. Bets and a call. Or is it a bet and a raise?
For the 20s.
Oh,
yeah, bet 40 all in.
all in.
Stack.
Yeah. Frank gonna take this one down.
He is.
I fold.
Can't call it bottom pair, no draw. Lost the minimum there.
Lost him in. One minimum bet. Got raised. Figure out where he was at. Made the fold.
You out.
Look at how tight this is. 9, 875, 565, 530, 525. I mean, there's a lot of people within 2 or 3 big blinds of each other.
It started, I mean,
Oh, basically everybody.
Yeah.
shifts to like bluff. You guys.
Everybody's pretty much even at this point because if the if chip leader knocks doubles up the bottom stack, they just flip.
Yeah.
Ben with ace 9.
I'm all in.
Freddy's out. Ooh, Jacks from Mark, 400,000, pretty standard.
Chris snap mucks an ace. Nancy nothing doing with the 9-7 off.
Jacks are one of those hands that I never know what to do. I feel like that's
I like jacks.
I play jacks like that.
I
Jam
play
it in,
jacks
and
too.
then I don't have to worry about it
Deeper in
anymore.
the tournament, I love jacks. In the beginning of the tournament, when you have a lot of big blinds, it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it.
It's really hard.
I know. I love that. I can do that move.
Right.
That's my playbook.
Oh, 12
I had
bigs, jacks, all in.
If I had a playbook and be like, jacks with 10 big blinds. Yep. One move. All in.
100% of the time, I'm doing this.
The graph's really easy.
Okay, Mark.
Jacks
ace
and then
queen.
comes back with ace queen.
Could
in
just
the
shove
hijack.
again. He does.
He does. It's good. I like the double all ins. Ooh. Frank. Now here's the scenario. Mark just races there. He's 100% getting re-raised by Frank, and then Mark probably folds. In this scenario, Mark took away that option by just going all in. I think we're going to see a fold from Frank. It's much more likely we're going to see a fold.
Absolutely. I mean, it is almost all Frank's chips. You'd be left with, what, 30?
Now, do you ever, in Frank's position, do you ever look at Nancy's reaction, what she's doing?
A little bit.
I mean, I feel like,
She
not
was
to call
giving it away
Nancy
a
out
little
there,
bit.
she might have been telegraphing a pretty easy fold.
70 in that area.
So at least, and
Oof,
I
Ben's
forgot about
7.
Ben in.
Ben's gonna. Oh, I thought he was just gonna stick it in. Again, it's Mark.
Ooh, that was close.
It's not Nancy here.
Right.
So I mean, Ben needs to think about what hands. He's basically just hoping for a flip.
And do you really want to flip for half of your chip stack this late in the tournament with 7s?
Not when there's this many people close to each other.
No.
I mean, there's sometimes where it's right to take a flip.
Sure.
I mean, sometimes you need to double up. Sometimes the blinds are moving up. This is a spot. I mean, it's obviously close. I mean, does Mark shove 6s for
No.
12 bigs?
I don't think so.
There you go.
I think that's what he put him on. I think he's put Mark on jacks the previous hand. And it's like, I don't want an 80-20 flip here.
You have 10s?
And again,
Hey,
best,
that ain't a flip. That ain't a flip.
best case scenario, you're hoping for this. Ace. It's just, do I really want to run it out like this?
Folded ace queen, then he's happy.
So I personally feel like I would have folded.
I think
7s
everybody
there as well.
played that hand well.
I don't
mean,
like playing 7s unless I'm the aggressor.
Ace Queen made a nice fold. I mean, he really read the situation well. He knew that Ace Queen was probably not good, and it Frank.
Frank.
Folded ace queen.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that anyway, though.
It's also easier to fold with two guys behind you.
Yep.
You know, so again, it's also position. Things happen there. Ace 10. Wow, people getting hands right next to each other.
I'm all in.
All in. Half a mil.
Take it down.
Do you ever find yourself in a tournament where you're like this deep and this long into playing that you're just kind of like, I don't want to think about it, so I feel like I'm just sticking it all in here, so it
Little
kind of
bit.
takes the
Yeah, it takes the thought.
some of the thinking out of it.
If somebody calls,
I mean,
we're
it's
gonna see
not
all
like any-
5 cards, and whatever happens, happens.
Bro, whatever happens, happens. I'm willing to just let it run out.
Like if I
you
get
wanna
beat with
run
ace
out with
10,
me,
yeah. If I get beat
yeah.
with ace 10, then I get beat with ace 10. If you
Go-
get me beat, hey,
Leave
suck
with
down
my
on
head
me.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One muck, 2 muck, 3 muck, 4.
I don't know what I'm doing. I think I've passed out at the table.
5 mucks, winner. You just knew it was going to be a
Just a
boring
walk.
walk, and then
6-4. Let's see what these hands were that we're walking
this is your
with.
click fold.
Fold.
Next hand.
Fold.
7 deuce, king
fold.
5, 6-3, 4
Four
deuce.
deuce winner. Might have been the worst hand. I mean, you can't get much worse than 4-2.
Tough to get worse.
Michael Jordan is worse. 3-2.
It is.
Or 23, as I like to call it. It is wild that we've only had 2 players get knocked out at this
know.
final table this deep in. Like, they're
Just because
playing.
everybody knows.
They're playing good, and there's huge pay jumps between like 6th and getting up there. Yeah, I mean it's a big jump. So
Yeah.
like you're thinking about it a lot too. Fred, Queens, gonna get a nope, no caller.
Ooh.
I feel like this is that point in the tournament where everybody's kind of just
I had one
it's just
over to go.
Your turn to shove.
your
type
turn to
thing.
shove, yeah. Until they get a little bit more distinction of what's going on, I feel like we're gonna
Yeah,
see a
not-
lot
not-
of all-ins and folds or calls.
Not see too many flops.
Yeah.
No, you stat.
Queens is the hand you maybe think about just doubling it and trying to get some.
Well, at
back in.
2040, what are you really opening with? 80 to 100?
80,
When you
90,
put in
100.
100 and you only got a half a million, I mean, you're putting in a fifth of your chips. It's like, at that point, you'd hate to put it in, get out flopped, or get, you know what I mean? Like, it's difficult. Ace-7 from our chip leader.
It just really does.
Second in chips.
I've actually got him out chipped at this point.
Fred, we going to play this Jack-10? You thinking about it? Nope.
He's out of there.
He's out. Mark's playing with Queen-10 from the button.
You're gonna what?
Just gonna call.
Haven't seen a lot of limps here either.
We haven't.
So,
Chris and Frank have
I
been
never
playing
quite know how to...
decently passive unless they have
Am I
a good
nervous
hand.
about a limp from the button? Am I punishing the limp from the button?
Okay.
We haven't seen it yet, so I don't think
Yeah,
we really
it's
know
hard
what
to
to do.
do.
3 of the best.
Mark gets what he wants. He's got the best hand, and
watch
check,
position.
check.
3 of the best are
I
watching.
checked.
All right, Frank out flops him.
All in.
Got a gut shot.
I fold.
Frank snap all ins. He's not playing around.
Nope. Take it down.
And a
Yeah,
cutter.
when you got Jack 6 in the big blind, you flop a Jack. That's it.
That's it.
I don't want to see any more cards.
Runner to a flop.
Can't argue with taking down 2 bigs at this point in the tournament.
Yeah.
First 2 cards in the
Yeah.
tournament.
Wow. Pre-flop raise statistics. 1 out of 5 is Mark and Nancy. Frank's. I mean, basically everybody's around the same.
Yeah, they've all snugged up kind of nicely. This
Yeah.
is the range you want.
Fred's
to
the
be in.
least aggressive pre-flop, but kind of knew that. He's like overly aggressive
He's
to
gonna
to
play
no
all in or
aggressive.
fold, yeah.
Oh, I thought Mark was betting there with no chips or with no cards.
too.
I was like, whoa, what are you doing there? Frank,
The limp. Maybe we could see somebody limp a big one.
it's the all-in degree moment of the day. Frank's got Queen 2. Let's see if Nancy bet. Frank fold.
It's a good flop for Nancy.
Yeah.
I slept on my neck wrong.
Oh no.
we're good.
I went to the trampoline park yesterday with the kids.
How'd it go?
It's great. There were a lot of ups and downs. Oh boy.
We've officially hit that part of the tournament, guys.
The giggly part.
Yeah, 30 minutes in and Ken's cracking trampoline jokes. All right, let's see. Interested to see what Fred does with this kind of mediocre solid hand here.
It looks like he's gonna put some chips in the pot. And he's gonna raise them, which I like. He has to. 90,000? 110. 110,000. Get some of those baby ones out. Frank's not going to play with the ace-7. Nancy's done. Ben, what do you got? Ugh. All right. Good bet. Good pot for Fred. He needed it. He'd been a couple of orbits with no winners.
Yep. It only takes a couple in a row, though, to put you right back.
Mark's still our bottom stack, and Chris is our top stack with 820. It has kind of thinned out at the top there. They've gotten closer. I mean, look at the difference between last and first is 325,000. That's close tournament.
It is.
Somebody should be talking to them, unlike you can't do at the World Series, HBT, MSPT, WPTs, any of the PTs. Any of the PTs. I need to be chopping this. Anybody interested in chopping this? Do you ever instigate the chop talk? I never do.
I don't either.
I never do. I don't want to sound
It's
weak.
mostly because I play most of the tournaments at CCG, though, and I'm just like, whatever you guys want, you know.
I think that's always my mentality. Whenever we're playing PLO and people are like, do you run it once or twice? I'm like, whatever you want.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Literally, whatever.
And then
you
people
want.
are like, well, you decide. And I'm like, if we're going to wait for me to decide, we're going to be here a long time because I'm not going to say one way or the other.
Correct, because they're going to be...
Whatever you pick is fine by me, but pick one or the other. Please subscribe to our YouTube, ccgpoker.com.
Oh, I see the bottom scrolling.
YouTube.com/ccgpokertv. We are close. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Chris raised with ace-10. I actually forgot we're commentating on hands. Chris opens 125. Ben's got sixes. Just wants to see a flop. Fred, get in there with them ducks. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 quack.
So this is a full 3x
Gordon,
raise
stop
here.
saying quack.
Is that what I was supposed to say?
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. It's a great movie. You don't like the Mighty Ducks? How could you not like the Mighty Ducks?
I do like the Mighty Ducks. I don't really remember
Damn
that.
right you like the Mighty Ducks. You can't be a part of this family if you don't like Mighty Ducks.
D2 is one of my top 10 movies.
It's great.
All right, gets out there with the deuces. It's too late in the game to set mine.
No, not with deuces. And he's only got, I mean, it's too big of a chunk of your chip stack.
It's one thing to jam
So
in.
Chris raised, Ben calls. Ben still got the best hand, but I feel like if Chris bets here, C-bet's going to win the pot.
Chris, no hesitation, just look down and fires 175.
Like I was saying, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which we're close, we're at 805. We've been slowly ticking up about 30 players, one subscriber a day kind of thing, on average. If we can get to this 1K, we're going to do a 1K free roll. Free.
Free money.
Free money. All you got to do is subscribe to awesome videos anyways. I put out a CCG
Awesome videos anyways.
I put out a CCG short yesterday. One of our best promoting, what's the word I'm looking for here? Producing? Best producing videos.
That works.
In the sense of we got like a bunch of people to click on it and watch it.
Yes.
So that's the whole point of them.
Interactive, I guess.
Yeah, interact with the video, which is great. Nancy's hit a string of cold cards.
I think Ben's going to take away Fred's button here because Fred hasn't
You
really been
notice,
exercising
I think that's Sandy in the background there.
Yep.
She was one of our big promoters of Lake Forest.
Yeah, I know.
She lives up that way.
Yeah,
She was just ready to hang out.
And I think she bagged the first flight of the first
I think she
day.
did. She made the other mistake. She bagged the first flight, then chased that second bag the whole time and never got it.
Yep.
Or it's the other way. You just never bag, chase.
Bag, and then you're
Did you
satisfied.
know Marc played in the last flight on Saturday night and I think is the only player at the final table to be in for one legitimate bullet?
Wow. That's nice.
That's super gross. I never get that.
No.
Even in the PLO tournament, I was in for 2 bullets. Unlike Jordan, who was in for the maximum 9 $600 bullets.
Because that's all he could do before registration closed. He was trying to get a 10th in, but couldn't lose his chips fast.
Oh, I didn't.
Have you even looked at them?
No, I didn't look at him. I never look when I get.
Yeah, if you get a walk, just throw them in.
All right, Chris is back on top. 950, close to that million mark.
Well, no, I'm really glad I folded that.
What were they? I didn't see them.
Mine?
That's the problem with Ben
No,
playing
never mind.
sixes on the button like that. It's like there's just so many flops that you're just going to whiff on it.
Yeah.
If they bet, you just can't win.
You really can't. Now, you think if it gets checked into him, he bets there? Flipped the script.
Probably.
All in from Fred with the ace-jack. Only going to get called by a better hand at this point. That's the problem with ace-jack, but I get it. If you lose with ace-jack six-handed, you just
No
lose.
risk of an ace flashing on
No, if you had my cards
It's not like I'm
together,
folding
they're
ace-jack
nice,
six-handed when I'm,
Never.
Mark and Nancy on the bottom.
no
Chris
ace,
and
that
Ben
makes
up
it
top.
math pretty simple.
Well, really, Bridgette and James are on the bottom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We got a nice little crowd watching here.
Yeah, it's good. It was a great weekend. Actually, tomorrow, this will air on Thursday night. Tomorrow, we are at Hilton Garden again.
Same place.
Same bat channel, same bat time. So come check us out in Lake Forest tomorrow. 2 p.m. early bird, 6:30 p.m. deep stack. Cash games all day. They're excited at the final table for it too. You just heard them. We just told them we're gonna be back 2 weeks. Lake Forest. Raised to 100K with the Queen Jack suited.
Takes it down.
Takes it down.
It's the milli
I
one.
feel like we haven't seen a flop in a long time. We just saw one with the sixes versus ace jack.
Before that.
Before that,
We were talking about my nose.
nobody wants to do it. I feel like
You guys are
Frank
thinking really
Frank
on dirty lines.
Frank was
They
my
really
our
are.
only
Jeez.
phone user at this table. Everybody else seemed to be pretty much trying to, not, and I'm not calling him out on it. I'm just saying I feel like everybody else has
Well, I'd
been
take
pretty
my
out of
hat
it.
off.
I'm the worst at that. If
You're
I don't
pretty
make
bad at
a conscious effort,
To put your phone away and stop.
I am deep down a rabbit hole of something, and
right,
I'm
so
just not playing.
Chris
well.
with another hand he's going to open. Jacks. Ben, Queen Jack suited.
Yeah, I mean, he's calling from the big blind. It seems to be Chris betting into Ben on his big blind. Ben don't like it. He's going to defend with Queen Jack, which is dangerous. Holy cow, what a flop.
All these chips have to be getting
Open-ended, flush draw, 2 overcards. What are the chances of anything not happening here but explosions?
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, C-bet from Chris, up to Ben. Ben's thinking, how much do I want to bet here? Those are his thoughts.
Yeah. I mean,
what is the right
is
amount?
Ben second in chips?
Yeah, this is the chip leader versus
This
the
is all in.
yeah second in chips.
He's going to call, and rightfully so.
Yeah, you can't fold jacks here. Can't fold queen jack suited when you flop an open ender or flush draw. See if he's going to sweat or hit it right on the turn. Gets the
That's
king.
straight.
Yep. I mean,
Kind of deserved it.
it's pretty
Kinda
tough.
deserved it. It's true.
I mean, what a massive flop. We've been kind of talking about in this theme of part 2 of the Titan tournament. You bet big to not play flops for this to not happen,
That
and then
seems
it's like,
equitable.
oh, all you're doing is scoop with the blinds. But then the flip side, if you do play a little bit smaller raises and you get called by Queen Jack, which you want, I will take this hand every day of the week at any final. I don't care what I'm playing. Jacks versus
Jacks
Queen
against
Jack,
Queen Jack, yeah.
done.
Right.
I'm in.
then
How
he
much
flops-
do you want to bet is
Right.
what my question
And
would
he
be.
flops massive for his hand, and you're still 35%.
Yeah, man.
Correct.
Even after he flops massive.
Ben literally couldn't have thought in his mind, what are the 3 best cards I could see right
Yeah,
now
definitely
besides
the 10 of spades and the 9 of spades
besides
are in there.
queen?
Yeah.
I mean, that's your second choice. Well, now, Chris, we just talked about it. You go from first to last. He's still got 355,000, which is just under 10 big blinds.
I did it to him earlier.
Nine big blinds?
did?
9 and a hook
Oh, yeah.
big blinds?
It's
8
still,
and a half
everyone's
big
in the same
blinds?
boat.
Completely
Just- everyone needs
Now,
to-
he does only have about 3 minutes left on this level. And after, there is a moderate jump from 2040 to 3060 is really going to crush his. He goes from 10 big blinds to 5 big blinds. Pretty close here. Does that math check out?
No, but
4 big blinds. 6 big blinds. He
well, if
said-
the blinds don't double, his stack can't go in half.
well, he's at 9, so.
Oh, 9.
I'm rounding down.
Rounding
I'm rounding
up,
up and rounding down.
Okay. Yes, if you round
No!
up.
Mark, get out of the hand! You physically can't win! Okay. Yeah, before Nancy's even got the chips in the pot, Mark.
So Nancy took a different route than Fred. They had about the same amount of chip stack, and Nancy just doubled it with queens,
Nothing was better than mine.
where Fred ripped it. But Nancy was willing to take that risk, and she got more chips in the pot by queen 10, and then flopped them dead.
And at this table image, Nancy's, I think at this point everyone's kind of thinking she's splashing around a lot more.
Right.
So when
She
she
opened
makes
with
that
10-7
little
of
raise with
spades.
queens,
Yeah.
she might get re-raised with a
Ace-10.
much worse hand
Yeah.
where she can then come 4-bet all in.
Because
and,
she opened 9-7 and 10-7, and
I mean, she's really looking to trap somebody there.
Fred playing his threes on the button, 215.
Fred comes out of nowhere in the middle.
Winner. And again, he's pocket. He's all in there, but without
What,
putting.
where
it all
were we
in.
at where the drunk guy kept betting the 25K chips, thinking they were 5K chips? And he's just cutting out these massive bets, and he thinks they're close, and they're not. And somebody keeps going, you do know that you bet like a $500,000.
Toyota Park, I think.
It was great, but it was so funny. And the guy was just like not getting called by way better hands because he was just he didn't
realize what
no, he didn't know what was going on. It was like the drunken master.
Rip it with the Queen 8.
Queen 8,
Blind
all
versus
in.
blind.
I like this move. You got a decent hand. Put the pressure on him. Frank
blinds
has
are
been
going up here soon.
And Frank has been very likely to fold his big blind. He is not defended very often. I feel like this is something players need to pay attention to. Sometimes you got to punt a little bit to
You're going to run into it sometimes.
You gotta
but
keep
80% of the time, you're just going to take it down.
Right.
And there's a minute left on the blinds, and the fold equity starts going away.
Yeah.
When the blinds are 30, 60, and you shove for 300. Well, now the guy's already got 60 in. It's only 240.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, they're just going to call it anything and try and bust
Right.
you. So you have
Eights
to
from
use
Ben.
your fold equity.
Makes it 75K. 100K. Lots of folds coming around. Jack 10? Nah. Ooh, Nancy. Borderline with the ace 9 there.
Yeah, she's out of position. It's just one of those tricky hands where you're just going to get outplayed and never know where you're at. And
It's hard.
it is. Just
That's
you
something
just
I
avoid it
find
all,
when I play in tournaments and I go well is when I start thinking about that. Because in my mind, I'm like, ace 9, I'm in good shape. But then I don't think about I'm out of position. This hand does not play
What
well
do I
on
do
the
if I
flop.
flop an ace and he bets the flop turn and river?
Correct.
Now what do I do?
Am I calling the whole way? Am I raising the whole way? I don't like any of those options.
Right. You can just throw the hand away and lose your one big blind. Chris with the 10 deuce.
A lot of quick mucks right now because I feel like they're trying to get through levels as quickly as possible. Ooh, 9-7.
Maybe we'll see a limp here.
Nancy, 13 seconds left on the blind. She don't care about blinds right now. All right, Brandon, quick tournament floor bet.
Uh-huh.
She took back her small blind.
Yep.
Didn't say anything.
Yep.
What are her options?
Call or raise.
That's it, right?
Yep. Take it down. Winner, winner. And that's it. Blinds are up. 30-60 as soon as...
I had a guy take his chips out, decide he didn't want to raise, put the small blind back in, and try to fold. And I was like, yeah, nah, can't do that.
I think we're going to go up. Yep,
Yep,
there they go.
30-60 are the blinds now.
And now look, 5, 5, 9, 9, 10.
Yeah,
So
it
this is where
changes.
he cranks it up a little bit. But again, 10 big blinds. You got to realize you aren't in that bad of shape because you're second in chips.
So here you go. 5 big blinds, almost 6. He's got king 7 suited.
Oof.
Ooh, walks into Nancy with queens. She's got players behind, so she's probably...
She's ripping it. It's
She
only
did.
200,000
She
more.
did. She wants to isolate.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
What happened?
I don't know. Fred's thinking. Oh, I know what happened. Chris flipped over his hand before Fred had made any action.
Oh, no.
So that's why they said, oh, no.
That is an oh, no.
So then Fred now gets the free information from Chris. Nancy obviously knows what's going on. She's not flipping over yet until it's her turn. Fred's still got action. He has not done anything yet.
But he knows that Chris has king 7.
He knows that Chris has king 7.
Oh,
So it is what
man.
it is. I don't think Fred's calling here anyways. I feel like this is a tad bit of Hollywood, which is fine. You got a crowd. It's the Titan. People want to get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. Do you ever
I don't know. Maybe he'll call.
do you ever put on your acting, you're trying to win an Oscar during a play?
A little bit.
I feel like I don't take enough time to do that. I should. It's one of my flaws. With a face like this, you should be a better actor, you know? Fred, you really want to go against Nancy? Yeah, get out of there. Get out of her pot. Queens versus ace. Nope, king 7 suited. Nancy's got a faded king and some clubs.
What'd you have?
Ace in the window. Fred flops top 2 pair.
Put a king out there for me. You can still put a king out there for me. All right.
Okay, that'll do
Nancy
it.
takes it down. Better hand wins.
You had ace 8.
And we lose, and I say finally. We finally lose a player. We have not lost a player in a long time.
I mean, you could be.
Crank those blinds up and all in start to happen.
Down to 5s. I mean, that was the first hand at 30-60.
Nice playing with you. In your spot. It's still a right fold.
Nancy gets stronger again. She has picked up, I mean, that's queens twice. She's picked up some hands. Unlucky little run for Chris. He lost that big pot. With jacks to queen jack. And then loses a.
And then there were
70-30.
5. Bum, bum, bum. Missed Frank's hand there. He missed the circle.
It's going to be a ace 2?
It's 8 suited.
Ben's monking.
Fred would have knocked both players out there had he made the call. Sketchy call. I don't think that was a good call, but it would have worked out.
It's a little bit of a better call when you know the guy has King 7, but yeah. Still not a great call. All right, he's going to limp his option here or make it 60. It's a limp.
Mark with 3s. Just the 2 of them.
So this is where the fold equity comes into play. If the blinds are still 20-40, this is just going to be a snap fold from Fred.
Oh, Mark already moved all in before the camera could get to him.
Yeah.
I like that move. It's a straight 50-50. Legit 50-50.
335.
Fred might call here just out of a little bit of spite, knowing that he would have knocked 2 players out.
Massive chip leader.
I feel
4
like
left.
that's kind of like the ebb and flow of a tournament, right? That kind of happens in cash games too, where you get a guy kind of getting kicked while he's down, and you had nothing to do with it, but yet he feels beaten and downtrodden, and he's going to make a Queen 8 call where he really shouldn't be making a Queen 8 call. This is an easy fold.
Especially against Mark.
He should have
Mark's
folded.
never been out of line.
He should have just pitched in his small blind there and not tried to limp in. Because Mark's the bottom stack with 335,000. He's shoving in a lot of spots here.
Right, shove with Queen 8. Yeah.
Put the pressure
Shove
on
or
the
fold.
other guy.
Yeah.
Look at us, super tournament savvy players that never play
I'm
tournaments.
So terrible at tournaments.
When I know what the cards are, it makes life much easier.
Yeah, I mean.
No wonder Lon McCarron's so great at doing this.
Yeah.
He just knows what they have.
I could do it live.
WSOP, if you're looking for 2 new
got a pair.
commentators, we're in.
It's not big, but I got a pair.
Did Fred call?
Yep.
Wow, Freddie.
Ooh,
All right,
Queen 8.
straight
I don't
flip.
wanna see that.
Can 3s hold or Queen 8s? Find out next time. No, I'm just kidding. There's a few more minutes left.
Can we get the overhead camera?
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, Binks at
Still
3!
got clubs. Clubby.
Ooh, black. Gross. Woohoo. That was a Mark woohoo. I love the woohoos in the tournament.
And now Fred's got, what, 4 bigs? 4 and a
Well,
quarter.
I will say this.
He took a shot. He gambled.
Mark did the right thing there in the sense of if he'd have seen a flop or did some kind of stop and go play, he would have lost most of his chips. But because he got to see 5 cards, he gets to see a 3 and still has to sweat a club. Gets past it, doubles up. Fred is our new bottom stack. Everybody else is in pretty fine shape. We're coming to the close here of part 2. We will see a part 3. I don't know if I mentioned this already. We are 100% going to have a part 3 of the Titan Final Table. It's just too juicy, too good to limit it to 2 weeks.
Right.
The first Thursday Night Poker was one of our most popular. Tons
As
of
it should
views.
be.
Tons of
This is
views
a
on
great
both
tournament.
Facebook and YouTube. I think it
People
works
are
really
itching for
well.
action. Here we go. Ace
Oh
king,
no!
ace queen.
Oh no!
Wow, Frank runs into it. Unreal. Oh, is that a queen?
Oh, Frank with the queen, spiking it up. Ben hits 2 of the 3 outs that he needs.
Thought that was a king on the right.
Frank couldn't get his chips in fast enough to say, please count them and double them up, sir.
And snap text message double again. I mean, that's me.
Everyone's got, like,
Just
rough-
dominated.
Before
Just
they can
dominated
even
Ace King.
Before they can even shove him in.
Dominated with Ace King.
Tough, man.
Oh, wait. Did you have Ace King? No, I had Ace Queen. But I hit 2 queens. I'm good.
And I'm the chip leader.
New chip leader with 1.1
Or
million. Looks
Nancy.
like
Oh, yeah.
Ben's still in the middle.
He is. He's great. You build chips so you can lose a big pot. And still
Now we
win.
got 2 players over $1 million chips. Ben's almost at $1 million with 800,000 close to it. Mark's sitting comfortably right in the middle there. I know it's 10 big blinds, but it's not really that desperate,
No, it's
especially
not.
when you have a super short stack right to your right. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of
this
the best
is a-
spot to
yeah,
be for
this
Mark.
is a little bit.
With Mark's chip stack, he's in the best he's in the best spot.
Yep. Little ICM here. Ben can get a little pushed around until Frank gets
I wasn't
knocked
so
out.
happy.
Correct.
Ben and
Nancy.
Nancy.
Fred's all in with 9-8. Is that right?
Mark.
Oh, yeah. Fred's all in. And Mark's got 3s again. I don't know. I don't know if I can make this call. Your vote is no? I don't remember this one, to be honest. He's counting out his chips, though. He wants to know how much left. But you also have 2 players behind. So, like, do you...
But Nancy's gonna fold.
Well, Nancy, if you're watching this, you need to make sure, or players who are watching Nancy, if you want to get some bluffs into you on your big blind, just do this with your hand, because it just you're waiting to chuck them in. Like she's not even looking at them. She's looking at the payouts. She's not paying attention to Mark. She's just like, please, sir, count your chips faster so I can get out of this hand. I like Fred's
she
all
heard
in.
us. She heard us. She's like, fine. I'll put my hands back.
Oh, Lord, help me. All right, Mark gets rid of the
Now she'll
threes.
fold.
Yeah, full fold. No calls. Fred shows the 9-8, which I like. He wants people to know he's getting a little loose here.
Yep.
He wants a call. I want to see some flops. Call me with your threes, Mark.
No, I didn't
I will take you down.
So Mark and Ben have the little ICM pressure here until Fred gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Then there's basically none because
Everybody's so close in chips. 7-4, Fred, under the gun. Mark's out. Frank.
6-5 on the button.
I play these, but I lose tournaments all the time, so that's why.
You play these because you don't get to final tables to fold those.
No, I've never folded a 5-6 at a final table ever.
Looks like Asian John's stacking up a nice pot in the background there.
Yeah. All right, Freddie's down to 5 big blinds. 30 minutes left in this level, though, so he's got a little bit of time.
He does.
He
needs to find one
just
spot.
paid the blinds. So, I mean, he's got a lot of hands he
He's
can
in the
see.
big one right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's already paid it with 5 big blinds. Ooh, Queen Jack from Mark under the gun. I'm a little nervous about this position. I don't like the raise from here.
Dude, Mark picks up Queen Jack more than anything.
Yeah.
Queen Jack and threes.
Ben's not going to see a flop with 10-7. Are
I
you
think Mark will be.
You crazy, Ben? Ben, are you crazy?
I think Mark will be a little
Thought
relieved
about
that
it.
Ben folds because now
I
it's
like Ben's mean fold. Ooh,
Yeah,
9s for Fred.
I'm probably what's the?
But now Mark raised here knowing he can't fold.
No,
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
He
just
got
curious.
exactly what he wanted. He wants to get against Fred by himself, isolate the short stack,
And
try to
he's
pick
got
it up,
9-8 again.
So another 190.
and he does. He's got half of a 9-8. Just the other half happens to match.
Yeah.
Sorry, just give me a second.
And you're still 48% here.
Yeah, I mean, he's calling 100%.
I mean, these are races that me and Fred, being bigger guys, we just don't win.
No, you don't win races.
No, it's
Being
tough
that
to win a
big, you
race.
don't win races.
No.
Wow. I can't do that, right? You can't fold it. I see it.
Mark double checking to make sure he can't fold.
I don't think
He cannot fold. I think he just said, I cannot fold.
Nope.
He cannot fold there. Doesn't matter what you have. It's almost a no look.
All right,
Queen
come on,
Jack
let me
suited
know.
versus 9s. I don't mind this.
I haven't won a flip in a while. Just kidding. Hold
I
on.
got a
Come on.
bad feeling.
There we go. Oh, he's got
I heard
hearts
of
though?
there we go.
Queen on the window. In the window. Not on the window. In the window. Somewhere near the window.
Or at least you block his
When it comes out, it's window flop door? What's the flop denominations
know.
there?
Oh,
Me
I don't
neither.
feel good about this one at all.
Freddie's going to need a 9, or that's going to do him for the tournament. Close with a 10. Fred's down. Hell of a tournament for Fred,
He
though.
did. He just lost the big races.
He lost 2
Which
big
is
races.
why he doesn't want to put chips in. He just says,
I understand his mentality a
I'll
little
take
bit
the
more.
chips now and not have to win
I
these
understand the
races.
mentality a little bit more. Well, that's going to do it for episode 2 of the Titan Final Table. Come back for our final 4. It'll be a shorter episode next week. I think it's perfect.
And look at these chip counts.
Chip counts are
1.1,
great.
1, 900, 800.
Tons of action.
Yeah.
And should be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, subscribe, comment, rate, review, all of the stuff. Check us out on the Overlay Poker Podcast. I got nothing else to say. Brandon.
Farewell, everyone.
Bye.